What if everything you've been taught about wealth, working hard, saving diligently, and waiting until retirement to finally enjoy life, is actually a slow road to mediocrity? What if there was a faster, smarter way to financial freedom? Introduction. Today, we're diving into the Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco, a book that challenges the conventional wisdom about success and money. DeMarco reveals why the traditional Slowlane approach, get a job, save 10%, invest for 40 years, isn't the path to true wealth. Instead, he introduces the Fastlane, a radical shift in mindset and strategy that empowers you to build scalable businesses, create value on a massive scale, and buy back your time while you're still young. If you've ever felt stuck in a rat race, wondering why financial freedom feels so far away, this book is your wake-up call. Let's break down the key ideas that can help you step off the slow lane and accelerate toward a life of freedom, purpose, and wealth. Chapter 1. Wealth is a process, not an event. We often see wealth as something that happens overnight, winning the lottery, stumbling upon a hot stock tip, or landing an inheritance. But MJ DeMarco makes it clear, wealth isn't an event, it's a process. The problem with chasing events is that they're unpredictable, unreliable, and outside of your control. If your plan to get rich relies on luck, you're not really in control of your financial destiny. Instead, DeMarco explains that wealth is created through consistent, repeatable actions over time. It's about building a process, a system that produces predictable results. Imagine wealth like a garden, planting seeds, nurturing them, and allowing them to grow over time. The focus isn't on waiting for some miracle harvest, but on creating the right conditions so abundance is inevitable. This is where most people go wrong. They chase quick wins, gambling on crypto, buying lottery tickets, or hoping their job bonus will finally make them rich. But these are events, not processes. The real path to wealth is designing a process you can control, scale, and optimize. By shifting your mindset from, I want to get rich fast, to I want to build a system that produces wealth, you move from uncertainty to empowerment. That's the foundation of the fast lane. Wealth is not about waiting, it's about creating. Chapter 2. The Sidewalk, the Slow Lane, and the Fast Lane. MJ DeMarco introduces 3 financial lanes that people travel on in life. Each lane represents a different mindset and approach to money, and each one leads to a very different destination. The first is the sidewalk. People on the sidewalk live paycheck to paycheck, spending money as quickly as they earn it. Their financial plan is basically hope. Hope for a raise, hope for the lottery, hope that things will magically improve. But the reality is they're one emergency away from financial disaster. The sidewalk offers instant gratification, but zero long-term security. Next is the slow lane. This is where most hard-working, responsible people end up. The slow lane follows conventional advice. Get a good job, save diligently, invest in mutual funds, and wait 40 years to retire. While this path is more stable than the sidewalk, it has one major flaw. You're trading decades of your life for the promise of freedom at the end. And what if that freedom never comes? What if your health, the economy, or life circumstances don't allow you to enjoy it? Finally, there's the fast lane. This isn't about reckless shortcuts. It's about creating vehicles that can accelerate wealth much faster than the slow lane. Fast laners build businesses, create products, and leverage systems that scale. Instead of waiting until old age, they buy back their time while they're still young enough to enjoy it. The lesson is clear. Your financial destiny depends on which lane you choose. Sidewalk, slow lane, or fast lane. Only one leads to true freedom on your own terms. Chapter 3. The Time for Money Trap. One of the biggest illusions about wealth is the idea that working harder will automatically make you rich. MJ DeMarco exposes the flaw. When you trade time for money, you're stuck in a system that can never scale. Think about it. Your time is limited. There are only 24 hours in a day, and no matter how skilled or hardworking you are, you can only sell so many hours. Whether you're a doctor billing patients, a lawyer charging by the hour, or a freelancer juggling multiple clients, you eventually hit a ceiling. You can increase your hourly rate, but you can't escape the math. Time is finite, and once it's gone forever. This is why the Slowlane plan of working for decades and saving a fraction of your income feels like running on a treadmill. You're always moving, but never really breaking free. You might survive, but you won't thrive. The fast lane, on the other hand, detaches income from hours worked. Instead of asking, "How much can I earn in an hour?" Fastlaners ask, "How can I create something that earns while I sleep?" That could be an online business, a scalable product, or a system that serves thousands of people without your direct involvement. Escaping the time for money trap isn't just about wealth, it's about freedom. When you stop trading hours for dollars, you unlock the possibility of living life on your terms, with both financial abundance and time to enjoy it. Chapter 4. Control is critical. MJ DeMarco makes a powerful point. You cannot get rich or stay rich if you don't control your financial vehicle. Too many people hand over control of their wealth to someone else, an employer, a government program, or the stock market. And when you give up control, you give up your future. Take a job, for example. No matter how high your salary, your boss controls your income. They decide if you get a raise, if you keep your job, or if the company downsizes tomorrow. That's not freedom, it's dependency. Similarly, if your entire financial plan rests on the stock market or government retirement funds, you're betting your future on forces completely outside your control. Fastlaners do the opposite. They take ownership of their income, their business, and their path. Instead of being passengers, they're in the driver's seat. This doesn't mean avoiding risk altogether. It means managing risk by building systems and strategies they can directly influence. Control is also about decision-making speed. If you're waiting for others to act, your boss, Wall Street, or a retirement account manager, you move at their pace, not yours. Fastlane wealth grows when you're in charge of the accelerator. The lesson? If you don't own it, you don't control it. And if you don't control it, you can't rely on it for wealth. True financial freedom only comes when you take the wheel of your financial vehicle. Chapter 5. Scale and leverage drive wealth. If you want to know the difference between someone earning a modest living and someone achieving extraordinary wealth, it often comes down to one word: scale. MJ DeMarco emphasizes that wealth in the fast lane is built by serving more people, not just working harder. Think of it this way. A local bakery may make a decent income serving a few hundred customers a month. But a bakery that franchises, sells products online, or creates packaged goods that ship worldwide has scaled its reach. The effort to bake one loaf and the effort to bake 1,000 might not be proportionally greater, but the reward is exponentially larger. This is where leverage comes in. Fastlaners use systems, media, technology, and automation to multiply their impact without multiplying their workload. An author writes a book once, but it can sell millions of copies. A software developer creates an app, and it can be downloaded worldwide without extra effort per user. The Slowlane keeps people stuck at small scale, serving one employer, one client, or one small circle. The fast lane breaks those boundaries. The more people you can reach and the more value you can deliver, the faster wealth flows in your direction. The principle is simple but powerful. Your income is tied to how many lives you impact. Serve a few, and you earn a little. Serve thousands, millions, or even billions, and you unlock the potential for extraordinary wealth. Chapter 6. Solve needs, don't chase money. A common mistake people make when pursuing wealth is focusing only on the money. MJ DeMarco argues that this mindset is backwards. Money isn't the goal, it's the result. The true goal is solving problems and fulfilling needs. Think about it. Every dollar you've ever spent was to solve a problem. You buy food because you're hungry, clothes because you need to stay warm or look professional, and entertainment because you want to relax. In each case, money is exchanged for value. If you want people to give you money, you must give them value first by solving their problems. Chasing money directly often leads to failure. People start businesses with the mindset, how can I make quick cash? Instead of asking, whose problem can I solve, and how can I solve it better than anyone else? When money is the only motivator, shortcuts are taken, quality suffers, and customers quickly move on. The fast lane flips the equation. Serve first, money follows. DeMarco highlights that the biggest fortunes in history were built not by chasing wealth, but by providing massive value. Think of entrepreneurs who created solutions that millions rely on daily: transportation, communication, or technology. Their wealth grew as a byproduct of the value they added to others' lives. So if you want to accelerate your journey to wealth, stop asking, how can I get rich? And start asking, how can I help? Solve problems, meet needs, and create solutions, and wealth will chase you. Chapter 7. Business systems are assets. MJ DeMarco stresses a critical point. Wealth isn't built by working harder. It's built by creating systems that work for you. If your business depends entirely on your daily effort, you don't own a business, you own a job. And jobs, even self-employed ones, keep you trapped in the time for money exchange. Fastlaners think differently. They focus on building assets, systems, processes, and structures that continue to generate income even when they step away. These assets can take many forms: a website that sells products automatically, a piece of software that delivers value to thousands of users, or a franchise system that operates without the founder's daily involvement. The key is leverage. A system allows you to multiply effort without multiplying time. For example, an online course is recorded once, but can be sold to thousands. A membership site requires setup, but provides recurring revenue month after month. Even a well-structured team can function as a system, running operations while the owner focuses on strategy. DeMarco makes it clear, true freedom comes when your business runs independently of you. Otherwise, you're still stuck in the grind, only this time under the illusion of being your own boss. The fast lane isn't about working more, it's about building smarter. Remember this: wealth that depends on your constant presence isn't real wealth. The fast lane is paved by systems that earn, grow, and scale whether you're actively working or not. Chapter 8. The Commandment of Entry. Not all businesses are created equal. MJ DeMarco introduces the commandment of entry, which reminds us that the easier it is to enter a business, the harder it is to succeed in it. Why? Because low barriers attract massive competition. If anyone can start the same business overnight with minimal effort, you'll be stuck fighting for scraps in an overcrowded market. Think of businesses like flipping items on eBay, selling basic t-shirts online, or freelancing on gig sites. While they may provide quick income, they rarely lead to scalable, sustainable wealth because too many people can copy them instantly. Fastlaners look for opportunities with higher barriers to entry: industries, products, or services that require specialized knowledge, unique execution, or significant effort to replicate. These barriers protect your business from being drowned out in a sea of competitors. That doesn't mean you need to invent something revolutionary. It simply means going where others won't or can't. Maybe it's mastering a complex skill, investing time in building an automated platform, or solving a problem that takes serious dedication to understand. The point is this: difficulty is your friend. What seems hard at the start becomes your moat once you succeed. Easy entry paths may look attractive, but they rarely lead to lasting wealth. The commandment of entry ensures you're building something defensible, sustainable, and truly fast-lane worthy. Chapter 9. Lifestyle Design Matters. MJ DeMarco reminds us that wealth is not just about piling up money. It's about designing a life you actually want to live. Too often, people focus on the destination of someday wealth. Someday I'll retire. Someday I'll travel. Someday I'll finally enjoy life. The problem? Someday may never come. The Slowlane plan delays happiness. You sacrifice your prime years working for decades, hoping to enjoy freedom when you're old. But what if health issues, economic downturns, or unexpected life events rob you of that future? DeMarco argues that real wealth is being able to live richly now, not just later. This is where the fast lane shines. By building scalable systems, solving real needs, and creating value, you can accelerate financial freedom and reclaim your time while you're still young enough to enjoy it. Wealth, in the fast lane philosophy, is defined by three freedoms: freedom of time, freedom of choice, and freedom of control. Money is simply the tool that unlocks them. Designing your lifestyle also means aligning wealth with purpose. If money becomes the only focus, you may end up rich but unfulfilled. Instead, the goal is to craft a life where financial independence supports your passions, relationships, and personal growth. The lesson is clear. Don't just chase money. Chase the life you want to live. Wealth without lifestyle is empty. The fast lane gives you the ability to design both. Chapter 10. Execution over ideas. Everyone has ideas. You probably thought of a great business idea before, maybe even more than one. But MJ DeMarco makes an important point. Ideas are worthless without execution. Think about it. How many times have you heard someone say, "I thought of Uber before Uber existed," or "I had the idea for Facebook years ago"? The truth is, ideas are cheap. Execution is what separates dreamers from doers and successful entrepreneurs from those who stay stuck in the rat race. Execution means taking action, testing your idea in the real world, and continually improving it. It means pushing through obstacles, adapting to feedback, and refusing to quit when things get hard. The best idea in the world is meaningless if it never leaves your head. DeMarco emphasizes that successful fastlaners don't wait for the perfect moment, perfect product, or perfect plan. They launch, learn, and adjust. Progress beats perfection every time. Even a simple idea, executed with commitment and persistence, can outperform a brilliant idea that never gets acted on. The final lesson is clear. The fast lane isn't just about knowing what to do. It's about doing it. Wealth comes to those who act, not those who wait. Conclusion. So, what's the big takeaway from the Millionaire Fastlane? MJ DeMarco is telling us to stop waiting for someday and start building the life we want right now. Wealth isn't about grinding away for 40 years and hoping it pays off. It's about taking control, creating value, and building systems that free up your time while you're still young enough to enjoy it. The key lessons are simple but powerful. Don't trade time for money forever. Don't hand over control of your future to someone else. And don't chase quick cash without solving real problems. Focus on scale, serve others, and remember that execution always beats ideas. That's the fast lane mindset. Now, here's the thing. This summary only scratches the surface. DeMarco's book is packed with eye-opening insights, blunt truths, and practical advice that can completely change the way you think about money and success. If something clicked for you here, I highly recommend grabbing a copy of the book and diving deeper. And before you go, if you found value in this summary, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more life-changing book breakdowns here on Audiobook Caps. Drop a comment below and let me know, which lane do you think you're currently in? The sidewalk, the slow lane, or the fast lane? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening, and remember, the road to wealth isn't slow, it's the fast lane.